Good morning. Excuse me, of course, right when I get on, my voice does that. Good morning, YouTube family. Happy 4th of July. It is July 4th, 2021. And what an interesting, let's just say, year. Shoot, this has been. I was thinking back this morning to the last 4th of July and who I was aware that I was at that time, and what was coming through then. And that was around the time I was doing some things with, I don't know what you want to call, what do you call it when you astral travel in the daytime? When you actually step outside of your body and you go somewhere in the daytime? What do you call that? I don't call it remote viewing. It's not like I'm just viewing where you're at. I was like there. And I think that was around the time I was doing that kind of stuff. Again, subconsciously during meditation, and all this stuff was crazy and coming through. What was coming through at that time for 4th of July it was about that year. It was an explanation of about how, 4th of July, what the significance of it was, and all of that. And I talked about that last year, right? Like way back when there was like a full moon, was it? Something like that. And this happened last year and aligned in the same way. And so that was the energy of last year. I can't remember exactly what it was, so forgive me. It was a recording on my Facebook that year. And so that's still up. You can go watch it if you wish to. I believe it's still up. I don't venture over there. But I left it up for people to see the words that I had to say and if they're aligning, because I'm pretty sure they do, right? I'm a future teller, not your current time. But anyways, and that's kind of besides the point. It was last year's. This year's is kind of similar in that it's all about a new form, a new perspective of independence. And that's what Spirit is telling me, is their goal for the collective and on an independent level is to change everybody's perspective on what independence is and always has been, and the fact that we have never truly been independent. Are you hearing me? You could look at it in a way of their form of independence was you just gave your soul to us, basically, right? And we're going to call this independence. I mean, let's get real, okay? And so Spirit is coming with a message. I have a couple. I actually channeled a message right before I came on and I wrote it down. And I haven't done it that way in a while. But I was like, let's see if I'm still connected. Like, it's just been a funk for me lately, you guys. I've been dealing with some stuff. The person that I suddenly felt the urge to pray for ended up fighting for his life. And so it's just been a heavy environment for me. So forgive me, okay? My vibration isn't as high as I would like it to be. And that's just me being honest. And so that's what I'm working on. And that's what Spirit's asking everybody to work on, is our vibration, okay? So that's number one. So I have a couple channeled messages to give you. One I wrote down from Sandalphon, which is interesting, because I wonder if on this day a year ago he gave me a message too. If anybody would be willing to go over to my YouTube channel and look at the Independence Day message from a year ago, not my YouTube, my Facebook page, my business one, not my personal, and look for a video around Independence Day last year. I wonder if Sandalphon channeled a message that day as well, because I haven't heard from him in a while. He was the one pushing and helping me and making me feel like I can complete the tasks that I was completing and giving me music when I needed it. He was my support this last year, and then he fell off that team for a while, right? He just kind of moved on as needed, there as needed. And today he popped up again. Okay, so that's part of the message today is Sandalphon stepping forward, and again he steps forward for me as a seraphim angel still. And so I'm acknowledging that. Also, so they are saying that there's a new way and a new wave of independence at hand. And they're asking that those that are willing to wake up and that are, going towards the healing processes and things of that nature, that they just be open to further forms of new perspectives, okay? And so that's part of the message coming through. Surrender to new perspectives, but surrender the control. Don't be in control of any of it. We've got to learn to be malleable. Like, we've got to, so how do I explain this? Yesterday I did my workshop, and the energy is weird. I'm not gonna lie, it's really heavy, it's really weird, and things were just off, and I don't know why, but that was besides the point. During the workshop, we went into the portal, and it was a black hole, you guys. It was like experiencing being in a black hole, and it took my, it was beautiful. It was like everything, every explanation, every answer, every quest, everything was available right in front of me. And that's how it felt, being in this portal. It is so hard to explain. It's really the essence of everything. It's the essence of God. It's the essence of all is. You are everything. Everything is you. Everything is in front of you. Everything is in you. Everything is all around you. You are everything around you. Does this make sense to you guys? Like, that's what it is. And so if you can come to that place, and you come to that place, and you create from that place, everything is everything. Where is anything? Where is the limits? The limits are outside of that place, okay? And it's really hard to put all of that into words. Really, there are no words for the essence of Source. There are no words for the true meaning. You cannot put things into words because it's beyond that, okay? But the simplest form is everything is all everything, and you are everything, and everything is you, and everything is in front of you and around you and within you and all you, and we are all one. We are all part of the whole, and I've said this before. And that's the essence and the energy that is coming forth right now into the collective and into this world. And some of it is very, very heavy, okay? And so it is a time of that going inward, within, healing self, okay? Excuse me, I'm releasing something with that. I don't know if it's mine or somebody else's. I'm not quite sure. Almost feels like both in a way. And I'm drinking my morning coffee, so forgive me. It's early here. Okay, so what I'll do is I will give you Sandalfin's channeled message, and then I'll pull a couple cards, all right? But honestly, I feel like normally I'm like, why celebrate? Just be safe. You know, safety was always like a key feature for this holiday for me, and I don't know why, just in my whole life, right? Like, it's just like people just kind of get stupid. Everybody just needs to be safe. Please don't blow off your hands. Don't do anything of that nature. You know, I love to watch fireworks, but, you know, do the best you can, right? Don't get drunk and try to light it off your forehead in front of your 2-year-old, okay? This was a true story. I don't remember where that happened, but that happened a few years back. Like, get real, people. Like, please be safe. And I feel that, right? Like, still, that's kind of my, please be safe today. Lord, help everybody drinking and lighting fireworks. And so that's in the air. But also, there is absolute room for celebration. Like, true celebration, true independence, a new perspective of independence and true celebration. And Spirit is asking that no matter how difficult things seem to be or are perceived to be, or fearful things might be perceived to be, because remember, everything is perception, they're asking you to open your heart and stay there. Open your heart and love and light and stay there, and know that everything's going to be all right. Okay? That's coming through. All right. So here's a message from Sandalfin. I wrote it down, just like I used to. Okay. And so I really missed him. Like, he was, guys, when I first had my awakening, when he first came through, it blew me away. I've never heard of Sandalfin before. And I had this fiery angel with all this fiery wings behind him. And looking that up, it represented a seraphim angel, and so I was trying to understand what that was. And then one day I asked him his name, and he was like, Sandalfin. And I'm like, Sandalfin? I thought I was making shit up. And then I looked it up. I'm like, oh my god, he's real. I kid you not, I cried for like 45 minutes. And I was like, he's real. I'm not crazy. This was way back then. It was a beautiful moment. I'm getting teary-eyed remembering that. Like, I even think I did that in my group, like in front of, like, oh my god, everybody saw me go through that one. Like, finding this girl's nuts. But it was a truly emotional moment for me, because I thought I was making shit up. Like, this was nuts. Like, who would ever thought these beings were going to come into my space and be different? Like, you look it up, and Sandalfin doesn't usually appear as a seraphim angel. And so I'm like, what does that mean? And for me, he was. Okay, and so I always mention that. I'm like, Sandalfin, the seraphim angel, right? Like, just, and so he's bringing that energy forth again. It's the energy of God. It's the energy of oneness, okay? But he is saying, I just missed him. I wiped the tear out of my eye. He is saying, believers of trust, faith, hope, stand in light. Believe in your heart of hearts that everything is all right. I'm going to repeat that. I feel like somebody needs to hear that again. Believers of trust, faith, hope, stand in light. Believe in your heart of hearts that everything is all right. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Make a change when it's not quite right. Make a change when it's not quite right. Be willing to take action when things don't seem okay. That was also my filling in, but his words were, make a change when it is not quite right. Turbulence and changes are right on time. The key is vibration. Vibration is key. Choose your words wisely. The right question provides the answers you truly seek. Allow the tides of change to cleanse the collective soul. Did you guys hear that? I'll read that last verse again. Choose your words wisely. The right question provides the answers you truly seek. Allow the tides of change to cleanse the collective soul. I just want to thank him for his presence and his message again today. He is one of my favorite all-time beings. I connect with him on a different level. I truly do. There was one time I was just completely in his presence and awe, and I just love them. If I could marry an angel, it would be Sandalfin. And I don't know if I can even say that. Like, I don't know if that's right. It's weird, right? But like, he is such a beautiful, he is the angel of music as well. And so that resonates with me highly, right? I don't know who I am. I still don't know, but I know music is also very, very relevant for my soul. Vibration, the just music is key. And I can't reiterate that enough. And Sandalfin will tell you the same thing. Matter of fact, one of my first videos was Sandalfin telling you how to keep your vibration high, how to really permanently raise your vibration. And I do believe music is one of the number ones. And that was about a year ago, yeah? I don't know, it's on my YouTube. If you're interested, feel free to look that up. Alright, I'm going to see what the cards have to say for everybody to go along with the message for Independence Day. Please be careful with the fireworks. They are pretty, but really, what's the point? Like, oh my gosh, like, really? I don't know, I'm weird. I think of the sad stories, and I probably shouldn't, but it's like, come on, people, drinking and fireworks, just that and lack of education just sometimes don't mix, you know what I'm saying? So, I keep dropping these and I don't know why. Bear with me. Just trying to do the shuffle over here, and I can't even shuffle over here. It's just getting all funky monkey over here. Alright. Jeez, man. Jeez, man. I just gone to a Jamaica, yeah. I don't know. I don't do accents well. Forgive me. I used to work at the bank, you guys, in Pueblo, nonetheless. Pueblo, Colorado. I worked at a bank, and this was like, a smaller bank. I loved my job there, though. I really, really did. Although it was kind of like no movement, and that killed me physically. But I loved it. And there was a girl who worked there for many years before me, and she was straight Mexican. That's what she was, probably from Mexico. But she was born in Pueblo, so. But she would laugh at me so hard. She would tell me, Brie, I don't know what's up with you. You're the whitest girl I know. But some days you're black, some days you're Mexican, some days you're Chinese. Like she was just, it was hilarious. I grew up in Colorado, in all areas. I've lived in the rich areas. I've lived in the ghetto. I lived in Pueblo for 14 years, which is like a little Mexico of America. Right? And at times, I'm a little bit well versed. I have what you could call multi-personalities that way. Sometimes we're British. Like, I can't do those well. Not really, no. It's just funny. You can tell there's multiple exposures, I guess you could say. But it's good memories. I feel like there's a lot of reflection going on too, so that's coming through. So reflection, and that's what that's about, right? Is looking back, reminiscing, remembering good things, holding on to good things, allowing those to lift your soul, okay, and those around you. Like, what isn't it so good to just reminisce sometimes? Reminisce sometimes. Boop, boop, boop. Like, remember when? The good old days. When we laughed so hard, our belly would hurt. I need a day like that. Whew. Boy, do I. Okay. Maybe. It's a maybe. I don't know why I have a maybe card. I've never. Okay. So I have a maybe card. I will flip it over if they tell me to. Alright, hang on there. Maybe if I don't deliver the message fully, it will help, I suppose. Let's see. And 2 of these. Alright. Let's see what Spirit's got for the cards. Oh, you guys, I like this a lot. And so that goes with, I've never pulled this card before. It's so beautiful. This is still kind of a new deck. Stars in the sky, limitless possibilities. Stars in the sky, limitless possibilities. The sky is the limit. I don't like saying that because if you think about that, there was a limit on the sky, which is quite interesting concept. A little bit mind-blowing in the end. But that's why I like how they take it to the stars, right? Stars in the sky, limitless possibilities. What I was reiterating to you in the beginning is that we are everything. Everything is us. We are all, everything is one, okay? It's an interesting concept, yet there is still individuality as the whole. The only limits we place are the ones we've created, which are all dying, you guys. The third world energy, basically, right? Look at it as third world energy. Very limited, very dense, very hard to navigate, very controlled, very controlled. It's all dying, all right? And so we may really struggle when we place these limits on ourselves. We have to surrender to a higher flow, all right? And there's limitless possibilities. Limitless possibilities. You are the creator of your universe in immediate time. That's a concept that was never really understood prior because it was taken from us. I'm hearing the veil of truth. Okay, so the veil of truth is thinned. The veil of truth is gone. So the veil of truth, like the thing that we would come to earth and it would be such dense energy where we didn't know who we were anymore. And that's going away. So there's going to be a mass awakening because of that alone. So a lot of people are going to finally come into, whoa. So it's more like this doesn't make sense. This is it's like things start to unfold. Just pay attention to people around you. It's going to hit in a big way. Because that's what they mean right now by the veil is thinning. And this is a message coming through. I'm not looking at the rest of the cards yet. I'm hearing them tell me this, you guys. Like, I am hearing them tell me this. I could hear it. Like, that when people are telling you right now that the veil is thinned, what they're really saying to you is that there's no longer that dense energy available to house the truth, to hide the truth, to dim the truth. Okay? And so be well aware of that. Deep diver, diving into a task. This is also about like a different level of ascension, okay? It's like an ascension hole, ascension portal. I'm also hearing navigating the hole with this one, and I don't know what that exactly means. And then again, pay attention to the water. Emotions, okay? Don't let your emotions take over and block you from things, because when we think about them, that's what happens, okay? Then our bodies take over and react because our thoughts are telling it to do so. And so that's what it means, like, deep diving. I don't like to deep dive. I will not jump in head first into shit, okay? So I jump in feet first, and so I'm gonna roll with that. But the card says dive in, right? Just go for it. Don't think about things. But if you do that, you might crack your head on the bottom of the pool. So you can jump in feet first too. sorry, I'm a mom. Okay, interesting that this one came up. I'm reading this, as I'm looking at this card, I can hear it. It's very interesting. You guys, I'm not sure what's going on, but my gifts are like a little different today. Like, I can hear this whisper. It's not like it's talking in the room with me. I don't know how else to explain it. Like, normally it's just a little bit more there. So there's that going on. And as I look at this card, I hear Dream Weaver. It's like we can't how do I explain this? The card is Dream Thief, refusal of the call. Okay. When you deal with free will, you deal in the energy that we all have a choice. Okay. We all have a choice. We all have a path. As I said that, I look down at my phone and I see 33333, and on the card is 13. Okay, and so what this really is about is, how do I say, there's strength in humility. There's strength in letting go. There's strength in allowing people to be. There's power in being graceful. Okay, there's strength in letting go. This card is all saying this to me. There's peace in divinity. There's peace in divinity. There's tranquility in the flow. You guys, this is what I'm hearing from this card. I may have to watch this again, like 777. The synchronicities are insane. The world is in an ebb and flow, okay? What's done is done. What stays, stays. What gots to go, gots to go. There's tranquility and flow. There's peace and divinity. How do I explain this? They're taking me to the gods' energy of the gods, and the strength and the energy of the gods, and they ask of you, do you think the gods have a hard time letting go? It's not that things don't hurt. It's not that you wish they couldn't be so at times, okay? And this is what the gods are saying. But it is that There's strength in the tranquility of the flow. That's the name of this message. There's strength in the tranquility of the flow. And I don't know why that makes me want to cry. We have to let in and we have to let go. It's so weird when I tap into that card. I feel like I'm talking to way higher powers. It's interesting. Then we have manifestation. They're also pointing to this, okay? Some of us might be really trying hard to manifest people, okay? Manifesting people to whatever. Come with us, make sure they make the right choices out of fear, whatever the case may be. And Spirit is saying you can never go against free will, but it doesn't mean it won't come true, okay? So we can always try. But that goes back to refusal of the call. Some people choose no. Some people don't answer the phone. Some people hang up the phone. Some people allow their dreams to be right? Stolen. So manifest for what you want, but allow space for what's meant to come through. Okay? All right? And manifestation is all about, okay, that's what the message was yesterday from Merlin. It's like, I'll tell you. I'll give you the message yesterday for the workshop from Merlin. It was rather beautiful. It was very simple, and it was basically what I've already told you, and it's about the new energy of manifesting, okay? Wait. I think I said it better on the worksheet itself. So hang on, I will actually pull it up right quick and tell you what Merlin said, because I think it's very relevant for what's going on right now in the energies within the new ways of manifesting and bringing things forward. As I'm waiting for this to come up, I will show you the final card. Boundaries. Boundaries. Boundaries are interesting when you're talking about free-flowing energy, right? Like, how do you flow freely and still have boundaries? Boundaries kind of, for me, seems like it comes from that stiff energy. Okay, I'm going to read you what this says. It is all in what you believe. This is from Berlin for you, the workshop for manifesting new energies and the new energies. It is all in what you believe. Nothing is real. Nothing is fake. Reality is what you choose to make. Okay, so I'll say it again. Merlin, how do you manifest in these new energies? It is all in what you believe. Nothing is real. Nothing is fake. Reality is what you choose to make. You understand that? Nothing is real. Nothing is fake. Reality is what you choose to make. Okay? And so then we have boundaries. Your boundaries are really the protection of your soul. That way you do not let anybody come and take what isn't there to be given. Okay? Because within this kind of work, energy is in movement. And we must move the energy to go out and come back. Does that make sense? Like it wanes and flows. And if you're giving more than you're putting back in, the balance goes out of whack and you're not at your best, and it's just, right? And so how else do I explain that? Boundaries are super important. They're super important in many levels and in many ways. They're important for thoughts. They're important for values. They're important for energy, for joy, okay? Making sure that's what this represents. So you like see the energy 8, right? The energy, the figure 8 there. Right? Infinity, movement, energy, movement, and infinity. It continually moves. And when we become out of balance, when our boundaries are out of whack, and we allow people, or we give too much, or whatever the case may be, or we're just standing in a place of not healthiness, everything else cannot flow. Okay, so boundaries are key. Boundaries are super important. And you can have boundaries with yourself. Like, am I a workaholic? Is that healthy? You need to have boundaries with yourself. Don't allow yourself to throw you off your game, right? Like I've done. I feel like we've all done that. They're saying I don't need the fourth card. I must have covered something well. I'm kind of curious. I'm going to show you the card though. It was Sky Bridge, possibility for union. So just in case this is relevant, I'm going to throw it in there. Because I pulled it, why not? And 11 comes out here, so it's more ascension. Sky Bridge, possibility for union. Okay. And I think I said that with the manifesting they're saying. It's like, yes, you can call in people and it might happen. Okay, it really might happen. And if you're thinking about people a lot, what do you think you're doing, right? You're putting that energy towards them. You're kind of calling them in. And it might happen, but remember, they have that free will to refuse that call, okay? And so, and this is part of that message, is like, don't be heartbroken if we're trying to manifest a person and they don't come. It's just because it went against their free will, okay? And that's okay. That just means that it wasn't for you. There's tranquility within the flow. There's tranquility within the flow and strength in divinity. I love that. So much love to all of you. Have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful 4th of July. Peace.